Hello everyone, welcome to Cybrosys Technologies. In today's video, we'll be discussing about what's new in event management. So let's dive into the event management, and as we just move on to the event management, we would be able to see different events which has been created in our database. So let me consider the event management of hockey tournament, and upon choosing it here, you can find the date, the time zone, and here we have an option called multiple slots, and it's a new feature in Odoo 19. Multiple slots let you to manage this with a recurring event management. So you don't need to you don't need to create a task multiple times to manage a particular event in different time slots and all. You can simply manage this feature, which is a multiple slots, and that will let you to just manage with multiple slots. So here you have the option to add the event. So you have selected it. Upon clicking on add here, you can see the time slots. If you want to set a particular color for this, you can set it. And here you can find the time slots, and let's click on add. And here you can see that the validation error, the slot cannot be scheduled outside of the event time range. So here, let me choose a particular date, and let's set it. Yeah, currently we have added, and that's about the adding of multiple slots, and so that one slot has been added over here. Now if you want to limit the registrations, you can also limit the registration over here, and I'm setting it as 10. So in one slot only 10% can attend at a time. So let me save it, and once it's done, you can just move on to the website and just manage with the registration. So before moving on to that, let me consider another event. Let's consider the event as event of conference over here. Okay, so here let me set it, and here you can see that the event is just going to start on January 17 to, let's say, it will be on till 31st, and let's set it, and let me save it, and here we can just book the slots. So here I would like to consider the slots from these date range, and let's add the date range over here to book this load. So we have just added it. So let's move on. And you can also see that here the limit registration is up to 200 per slots, and it's been added. As we just move on to the tickets, here you can see that we have different tickets such as the event registration standard and event registration VIP. And we have just given the prices of it with the sales end on which date and maximum slots. So in the event registration standard, only maximum 50% can register at a time. We cannot exceed 50 per slots, and in the VIP only option of 5. And under the total registration here, you can see that there is an option of 4 and 1 over here. As we just move on to the settings, if you just want to manage with the descriptions and limit per order and the color, you can also just manage with it over here. Upon moving on to the communication, here you can see that under the communication tab, we have different templates over here, such as the event registration confirmation. So you can create the templates, and you can just get the templates from here, and you can send this template either with a mail or SMS or social post or WhatsApp. So let's move on with email, and once it's done, you can find the interval. That's the interval will be defined in hours, as well as you can see that it would be triggering after each registration, and you can also see that the event reminders as the other template, and will be also providing an event registration badge before the event starts. So once it's done, you can just move on to the questions. So under the questions here, you can see that we have the name, email, and phone number. Likewise, if you just want to add more questions, here we have the option to add the questions. But if you want to create a new questions in your database, you can just move on to the event questions over here. So let's click on new, and here you can see that we can just create a questions, what position you have in your company. So once it's done, you can just go with the mandatory answer, and you can just go ahead with the question type as selections, text input, name, email, phone number, or company. Now let me provide the answers. So let's say entry level. Then here we have manager. Then we have the C level. then finally as specialist. Now, if you want to just make this question as default question and need to make this use in every events that you're creating, you can just enable the default question, which is reusable. So once it's done, and when you just move on in the events, you can see that under the questions, it will be added over here. Okay, it's not been added. Let's add it. Let's select it, and let's make this question as a mandatory answer. So let's save it. So it will be very I mean, it is mandatory, or it is a required field that the attendees just need to just manage with this question. So let's save it. Okay, so once such a question is created, and if we just make it as reusable, and when we just try to create a new question, here you can see that the question will be automatically added over here. And you can also just find the options over here. Okay, let's discard it. And in Odoo 19, as we just move on to the event questions, here you can also see that we have the statistics option over here. Okay, so as we just move on to the statistics, if we have the reports under the statistics, it will be showing the reports of the question. So currently you can see that the question is meal type, and that is having different answers such as mixed, vegetarian, then pescatarian, and all. So you will be getting different options over here upon the report, and currently it's filtered based on the count. And if you would just want to insert this into the spreadsheet, you can just do so, or you can also just get different graphical representation over here, such as a bar chart, line chart. Then we have the pie chart. Then we have the pivot, and we have the list. Okay, so here you would be able to find the registrations, the questions, the text answers, the selected answers, and everything over here will be visible. Now let's see how to register for the event. So before moving on to the registration of the event, we can just move on to the notes and documents. Here you would be able to find the exhibition map. So you can just provide it. The badge dimension is provided. If you just want to add the badge background, you can just upload the file over here. And you can also add some additional internal notes such as the to-do list, contact informations, and everything. And you can also just add the ticket instructions, how to get your event, do closing time, and everything can be added over here. So once the event has been published in the website, the one who would like to attend for this event can just go ahead with the registration from the website. So here you can find the next dates that's available, and let's move on to register. As we just try to register, we just need to get a slot over here. Okay, so here you can see that I would like to choose a slot. So let's move on next, and here you can see that we have the ticket which is standard type as VIP. Now let me move on with the ticket number as 50. So here you can see that I'm going to set it as 50. Okay, so here as we just try to provide 50 as a ticket number, Odoo will be automatically setting it as 30 over here. 50 cannot be written over here because we have limited the ticket with a range of 30 over here. So we can only add a 30 ticket in a slot. And let me try to add 10. But when I try to add 10, I'm not getting 10 tickets over here for VIP. As we have set 5 ticket as maximum for the VIP, it will be generated over here. But if you're just setting it as 4, you will be able to add it. If you're setting it as 20, let's change it as 20, you can see you'll be able to add that. So if you're setting a limit, you cannot just exceed that limit, but within the limit range, you can just add the number of ticket in a slot. So let's move on to register, and here you can see that we can just provide the details. So as we just try to create the tickets, here you can see that we just need to fill out the details in every ticket, and once it's been set, you can just go ahead with the creation. So currently I would like to create one ticket in the standard over here, and let's move on with the registration. So under the registration, we have just provided the details, and here you can see that now we also just need to provide the question, what position you have in your company. So let's provide it as manager, and let's move on with the payment. And upon moving on to the payment, you can see that we can just make the payment. And currently we have just made the payment, and a sales order will be created in the sales module. So here you can see the sales order is being created, and if you just want to download the ticket, we have the option to download the ticket. Upon clicking on download button, the ticket will be downloaded. Now, as we just move on to the event, here you can see that the number of attendees is being increased over here. Okay, so with the date, the attendees is being increased over here. And you can also see that the sales that has done also will be showing over here. So you can find the sales which have 10 with the reference number, with the website, and all the details is being given over here. Now let's move on to the events, and as we just move on to the events, let's consider the event conference for architect. And here we can see that we can just invite the event. So upon clicking on invite, you can see that this will be taking us to the marketing module. So if you want to just create a new marketing, it can be email marketing or SMS marketing, we can just go ahead and we can just start from scratch. And here we have the option to add the headers. And you can see that here we have the header. I would like to just add a header. And once it's 10, you can also just add the columns or images of the people. So upon choosing it, you can see that I would like to add it. And afterwards, you can also just go ahead with the footer. So let's move on with the footer. So if you just want to add the footer, you can also just add it. So currently it's been added over here. So if you just want to remove this, you can also just remove it. Okay, and that's how we can just manage, and we can just save it and click on send. Or you can see that once you send this email, you will be making a grand entrance in all inboxes and creating quite the buzz. So we just need to send this to all. And if you just want to add a template, here we have the option. We can just add this as a template also. So once it's 10, we can just move on. And here you can also find the attendees, and you can see you can just change this into different views over here. So as you just move on here, you can see that you would be able to see the sold uh, um, the tickets and everything. Now let's see that we can also just move on with the ticket with as announced. So let's move on to announced over here. So once we set the ticket as announced, you can see that the stage will be changed to announced over here. And you can also just move on with the registration. So under the registration, you can find the report of the registration. And if the ticket is sold out and we cannot just manage with it. And now the other feature that you can see over here is that we have the option to set a ticket as in different stages. It can be in progress, ready for next stage, or blocked or cancelled. Let's imagine that the event has been cancelled. So as we just set the event has been cancelled, and as we just move on to the communication, no communications will be taking place over here. Every communications are being cancelled. And as we just move on to the website also, you can see that it will be cancelled. So here we will not be getting an option for registration. And as it's a new feature, we don't need to manually manage everything, even if a event has been cancelled. In previous versions, we know that once an event is cancelled, we have to manually do every cancellation with the communications, with the cancellations of the event from the website and all. But in Odoo 19, as everything is automated, as you just set the status of the event as cancelled, all the communications and registrations of the event from the website will be automatically cancelled. As the events are completed, we can just find the events under the ended. So here you can see one of the event has ended, and you would be able to see the attendees over here. And let's back, and from here we can also just find the revenues that we have generated with the reporting. Like with the attendees, it has different measures, and you can find different events over here. And if you just want to move on with the revenues, you can also easily get the revenue that has been generated with different events over here. And finally, we can also see that we have a dedicated dashboard for the event, and which we introduced from the Odoo 18. And if you just want to know the events over here for the dashboard of last 12 months, you can easily get that. If you just want to get of today, you can easily get that. So Here you would be able to see how the revenue has been generated from with the top venue, top templates, and everything. Everything can be just easily identified from the event dashboard. Now, finally, we can also just convert the event attendees into a lead. So let's move on to the event module. So here you can see I would like to just set it as this in progress. And here you would be able to find that we have different attendees over here, like they are in the registered state. So you can see that here currently you can see Michelle admin is a standard user, not a VIP user, right? So as we just move on to the event, here you can see that event registration as standard and VIP. So I just want to generate lead from the one who is the standard event registration with standard. So we can just move it as event registration standard. Okay. Okay. Um, and it will be creating per attendees. Okay. And here you can see that if you just want to add any event template, you can just add the event template. You can also set the company so that if you're keeping this field as null, then this will be available for all the companies. And if you're keeping the event field as null, then you can just get this for all events. And if you want to set any particular domain, you can just set it over here. And currently, we would like to generate a lead over here with the tag as standard. And you can also just set a particular sales team over here. So let's say the sales team, so that the salesperson is Michelle admin over here. So let's execute the rule. So you can see that we have 27 leads which been generated. And let's move on. And as you just move on to the uh, events, and when you just choose a particular event, let's consider the event over here, and let's move on to the attendees. And from here itself you can see that 6 leads being generated automatically, and you would be able to see all those over here. Now if you want to just create a lead from here, you can just mark as attendee, so that this is being sold. And you can see that that will be treated as the lead. And if you want to just know the lead, you can see all the leads over here. So with the salesperson, with the questions that were being asked, with the tags that's being used and everything. And if you just want to know the probability, you can also just easily get the probability. And if you want to convert this into an opportunity, you can also easily convert this lead as an opportunity. So that's all about the new features of Odoo 19 in event management. So that's all for today. If you find this video informative, please do like, share, and subscribe our channel. If you want Odoo customization, Odoo implementation, and Odoo tutorial videos, feel free to contact Cybrosys. That's all for today. Thank you for watching the video.